This is a short but essential video that builds off of the last one. If you want to grow your audience, you must remain consistent. We all know this, right? But this world we live in, it doesn't want you to be consistent right now. Okay, so here's what I did to stay focused on the prize. And I realized that this is a little extreme and not for everybody, but it worked for me. And if you do it, it'll work for you too. I want to reiterate, okay, I know not all of these pertain to you, but stay with me. First of all, limit your alcohol intake. Straight up, when I'm any sort of intoxicated, I'm tired and being productive is the last thing on my mind. So yeah, take time to relax, but I limited my consumption to once per week as I got started. And this goes for other vices and addictions, whether it's weed or porn or whatever you do to fill your time or relax, limit yourself and give yourself a chance at succeeding at this, because in the beginning, you're gonna need some energy and focus in the times that you normally relax. Which brings us to number 2. For the same reasons, I traded my desserts for coffee, okay? It's so tempting at the end of the night to grab some ice cream, throw on Netflix, cuddle with your partner, but it's so hard to work after that. So find the time you need to relax and recharge with them. But if this is a nightly routine for you, I highly recommend you cut the sugar intake after dinner, because that'll make you want to go to sleep, and you need to create an environment where you can succeed. Granted, this is more geared towards people with kids since our lives don't start till like 8 p.m., but it's still good practice. Third, no more doom scrolling. Okay, I said this in the last lesson, but it's so important. There will be nights that are filled with such promise, so much time to get things done, and the next thing you know, you've got a kink in your neck, it's 1 a.m., and you're still scrolling on TikTok, okay? So if you want to scroll for fun, I literally want you to set a timer and respect it. I set mine for 10 minutes. Otherwise, get off your phone, get off TikTok, put your phone out of sight while you are thinking of content ideas, doing hashtag research, however you'll be starting your night. I've actually gotten into the habit of saying aloud what my intention is before I open the app, because I know how quickly I can lose focus. Like, Tony, you're checking this account to see if they posted. Don't do anything else. Or you're checking comments on this one post, or you're checking DMs. Go straight there. Lastly, we're all adults, and I shouldn't have to say this, but don't worry about what other people will think of you, because you will not get very far. Because to be honest, nobody gives a shit what you do with your life. Nobody does. If you went on TikTok and you saw someone from high school or work posting online to try and make more money, you'd probably go up to them and encourage them, right? Or ask them how it's going. And if someone is gonna straight up bully you over this, then you have to remember that this isn't for them. This is where your why will come into place, because before you post that potentially really cringy video of you doing your best selling digital products, you have to ask for yourself, what's worse, being called a pyramid scheme by a stranger or losing your home? Whose opinion matters more, Patty from down the street or your kids when they wonder why you're at work all the time? Is it better to just assume that people will judge you, or to actually fulfill that purpose that's been calling you for years? Okay, it's time to put on some blinders and focus on your why, because everything else will try to convince you to stop this. All right, you get it now? No homework this time, just make sure you have your why solidified. Now, let's dive into some content.